Hello everyone. We have five students from this year TISS MHA course, and they are the first batch which get into TISS MHA through CAT. After taking CAT examination, they have all qualified the TISS MHA. So it is very important to tell students or aspirants what is the new approach, how the students are getting selected, and what are the steps, what is the first step, upon that what happens, and so on. Okay, so we are going to see all of that. We'll first start with a brief introduction. We'll start from Shivani, so you can give a brief introduction and then we can continue. Okay.
Very good afternoon, sir. I'm Shivani Priya, and I was born and brought up in Ranchi, Jharkhand. I have completed my graduation in the subject Geography from St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, and then currently I am pursuing Masters of Hospital Administration at TISS Mumbai.
Hello, my name is Amisha Achintalwar and I am from Amravati district of Maharashtra. I have completed my graduation in Bachelor of Dental Surgery BDS from Amravati only, and now I am pursuing MHA in TISS MHA.
My name is Purna Jain. I'm basically from Raigad. I have completed my physiotherapy from Pune, Sanchiti Healthcare Academy, and right now I am in TISS.
So I am originally from West Bengal. I did my BSc in Life Sciences from Central University of Tamil Nadu, and here I am at this right now.
I like to tell a brief introduction about myself. I'm Rushikesh Rao. I'm a BDS graduate. I have completed my graduation from MGM Dental College and Hospital in Navi Mumbai, and I'm currently from Pune. Post that I have worked after my graduation for around 2 years as a medical data analyst. Currently, I'm in TISS MHA 2027 batch.
So after this brief introduction, I would like to say that this MHA is one of the course which most of the people who are BDS or maybe from physiotherapy, BMS or other courses also, so they can apply. There is no bar that you have to be medico, then only you can apply. But mostly the people who will go in the course will be medico. For example, Shivani Priya was from geography. That is the first thing. The second thing is that this MHA has a very good ROI, and that is why most of the people will apply for this course.
The total fees for 2 years is 1,45,000, and excluding the hostel fees and the mess fees.
Now coming to other point, that is what is the procedure, how a student who wants to get into MHA can go there. Okay, so this question I will start. So basically, the process is twofold. The first thing you will have to do is sit for an examination called CAT. You will have to get a minimum percentile. Okay. If you are fulfilling all the criterias and if you are in the top few individuals, then you will get the call. Okay. So if you have applied, if you have taken CAT, if you have fulfilled the criteria, then you will get the call for OPI. In the OPI, you know, what are those things? Somebody will explain.
So last year, what happened is we were anticipating that the intake will be through CUET PG, and notifications came that it will actually happen through CAT, and we had this pretty short time window to deal with all of that. But then the first things first, classes, they're so comprehensive and easy to understand. All three classes, starting from VRC, DILR, and Quant. Maths, I had not done maths for quite a while, but then sir would break it down, simplify it to such an extent that anybody and everybody would be able to understand that. Just that people have to be pretty consistent with the classes. The sectional cutoff was for us, it was around 65 percentile. But then we'll start getting calls as they roll it out, and it will happen in several rounds. For us, it happened in 2 rounds actually. The calls for OPI were rolled out in 2 rounds. We wait for that, and this is a pretty time-consuming process. So we took CAT in November. We waited for quite some time, a couple of months, and then we went for the OPI. So Poorna take up the OPI part.
Yeah. So adding on to Shreya's part, for CAT part, it was like you have to first apply for CAT. And after the CAT exam has been completed, after around 1 month after the result, like 15 days, max to max 15 days, Tata Institute releases this form for application. So at that time, you have to fill the TISCA form. And for OPI is like you have to just sit in sir's class for all the lectures. That's it. Nothing is going to come apart from what sir have taught us. Nothing, not even a single thing. The question framing or the way they ask, the way they counter question you, all things has been covered in Sir's ka OPI class pretty well. Like for us, Sir has taken individually 3 interviews, 2 to 3 interviews, as per the time was there, because the selection was into two category, not two categories, two steps. So first, half of the batch got interview call, and after some of the people got call. So as per time, sir takes interview really nicely, and the data, if you are not even from medical field, not a problem. Sir will explain everything so nicely that you just have to listen and you will get everything sorted out for yourself. This is like the OPI wala thing. Because for interview you have to be like confident and have the basic knowledge, and all the things are there in one note. So prepares everything really beautifully with such an efforts that every flow chart and every diagram explains everything in detail.
So what I have gathered is the first step is you have to apply for CAT. The second step is you have to score certain minimum marks in CAT. Okay, 65 percentile. Okay, that much you should get in all the 3 subjects. Upon that, this year I have observed somebody, getting 93, 95, they have got the calls for interview. And also, if you have 85, you know, I have seen people getting 85, 84, 83, getting calls for the interview. Okay. Now, this year, what I have observed is if you are a female candidate, you will have an advantage. And if you are from medical, background, you will have some advantage. Okay. So, because profile was selected based upon that. Okay. If you will meet the criteria, the cutoff, you will be called for the interview if you have applied for the TISS MHA beforehand. Okay. If you are coming to interview round, there are basically 2 parts of it. One is ERT, I think. Extempore was there this year. Yeah, the first thing is extempore, where they will give you 3 minutes. They will give you a topic and you will have to speak 3 minutes. They might allow you to speak for 3 minutes. They might interrupt you in between. Okay. So that is the first thing where they are going to throw you a topic and you have to start speaking. So you should have this habit of spontaneous speaking and you should have a lot of data. As Puna was saying, that what I used to do is in the lectures which I took, there were so many data points, and there were, for example, SDGs, National Family Health Survey number 5, and so on. So, apart from that, the Constitution of India is very important. So, that you can use whenever required, okay, in the extempore. That is going to mark an impact. Upon extempore, the same panel is going to take your interview. Now, what I have observed for so long in MHA interviews, they are not going to ask you a random GK question, which can come in other interviews, okay? Which can come in HRM, other ODCL, etc. They are going to narrow it down to only MHA related topics, okay? They will ask you MHA ka question, okay? So there are some basic knowledge everybody should have, like what is inventory, what is triage. So all of that I will teach you. That is one thing. Beyond that, the buffer knowledge will be such, if you will prepare, that suppose some random question is also coming. You don't know about it, but you can make what I have to speak. You can make sense out of it. Okay. So that is what is required. Okay. When you will speak that way, you are going to mark an impact that you are different. Okay. And if that is there, then you are good to go. You can be selected. Okay. So one by one, I would ask you people to tell us something about your interview experience. We can start with Shivani.
I still remember the first interview which Pratik sir took, and when ma'am was also there. I can't remember her name right now. I was totally shivering, and that happened because I am from a background which is totally different from what I'm studying right now. That is hospital administration, which is related to more of a medical sort of thing. But I was from geography background, and I had no idea about anything. Sir, whatever sir has taught, be it inventory management and what are the kind of different hospitals, super specialty hospitals, multi-specialty hospitals, and all those things. I have just taken a note of all those things, and I have studied little by little. But when ma'am came, she had a very intense knowledge of all those things, and she asked me a question. What do you understand? She gave me a case study. Like, if you face a certain kind of situation where a bus has been undergone an accident has been taken place, and people from that place have gone into your hospital, what would you do? And I gave a very silly answer that I'll see who are more serious, I'll take them first, and who are less serious, take them second. And she said the term is called triage, and you have to prepare well for it, because you are going to an institution where you have to study all those things. And that day I was shivering, like I don't know any of the answers. I'll not go to test. I'll not do anything. And that day it was done. That I don't know what will happen. But days after days passed. I kept studying. I kept a note of all those things which sir has taught me. And so from geography student, I today I know many of the things that are related to the hospitals also. And the notes which sir provides is, you can call it a holy Bible. If you go through all those notes and all those things which sir takes the classes, you'll definitely come to this. And that's I'm sure. Because what I did was, even I studied hard for CAT and all everything, entrance exams, but today I can say that I am at TISS just because of sir, because I prepared very well for the interviews, and all thanks goes to sir. Because you have prepared me so well that in front of the professors, I can take up the questions, I can present myself in front of them properly, and whatever the questions they asked, I had a knowledge of it.
So in the interview, first they give you the exemplary topic. So you have 1 minute, like kind of 1 minute to just think over
Think,
it. You
think.
can write actually, yes, but first you have to show them the page that it's not written anything, and you are just writing your own things. And after that, after 1 minute, you have like s- like you have to start the impactful thing, which starting with the databases. So you have the authority, like you can show that you have the buffer knowledge, because they can stop you anywhere in between. So if you don't start nicely, they will just think that you are just blabbering. So the actual data which sir shares with you or teaches you is very important, because if you start with data, they get hooked up. They want to listen to you, what you are saying. If you don't start properly, then they will say ki, no, you don't have knowledge. Let's just stop her in 1 minute, and they will start the interview. So in my case, they gave me one topic, and I started pretty well. But after like 1 minute or 1.5 minute, I started concluding the statement, and after in proper 2 minutes, I just ended it. So it is necessary for you to end the entire exemplary in 2 minutes, because they remember when you started and when you are ending. No matter what your percentile is, your interview is going to be really important, because there are many people who were not able to go through the like interview process properly, even though they were having good marks in CAT. So interview is the thing to take pretty much seriously in test, because the professor are going to assess you on that. thing. And they will remember you the entire time. Like even if you come into the batch, they will say, "Oh, we took your interview, right? You messed up here and there." They will just say you. They remember everything. Because the all the things sir teaches at the time of interview preparation, like the data is one thing, but how you deliver it is totally different thing.
Oh,
So because they are not going to assess you on your English, they are just going to assess you on your confidence
knowledge.
and what buffer knowledge you have. Because this buffer knowledge is going to be required throughout the course. Because right now also when sustainable development goals comes, we know we all five of us know like what sir have taught us. We are going to implement all those things in the course itself. And the second thing is when the entire interview goes around, you have to use certain keywords. Like at the time of mock interview, sir will teach you. Like when you give them the keywords, they will ask you more about those keywords. Like you have to give direction to your interview. Like for me, they were asking me like what all you can implement in I have Open University. I have done graphic animation from Open University in Maharashtra. So they asked me like how 3D, 2D animations, etc. is going to be work. Like you are going to use in hospitals. So I gave them the medical tourism virtual tour and all. So medical tourism was key point. So after that, they asked me about medical tourism.
So I'll start from Sir's interview, like the first interview I gave to you. I was pretty nervous about it. I called you and then I told you I have not sat for one interview. My course is very theoretical course. We do not have any kind of interaction. And the thing that Sir told me that you'll have to be very open and raw about it. Sit, let us have this session, and I'll give you a very real picture of where I am at this point of time and the places where I'll have to improve. And it went not really well, I'll be honest. But then by the time I had to sit for this interview, everything, like whatever they asked, most of it I'll tell it was, sorry, it was from Sir's notes. And another thing I'll tell, these professors don't expect us to know everything though. We do have the liberty to say that no, we don't know this answer. And they are very polite with how they ask the questions and how they receive the answers. So they'll be like, okay, we might ask you some other question, maybe if you know this answer. So yeah, it was very, people were pretty receptive and acceptable of how the whole session happened. And yeah, I'll also say that the time got away from me. I was given 3 minutes to speak on my ERT topic. I mean, my extempore. And yeah, so Dean was one of the panelists in my interview, and then he was like, time got away, and I was like, sorry, sir. But then they were very sweet about everything. They're not rude at all, and they don't cross question as much. They don't intimidate students. Yeah.
Hello everyone. So when I joined Pratik sir's classes at that time, I got recommendations from the our senior batch, and they told me that if you want to clear that interview, you should go to that classes. And I think till now I totally can confirm that it was best decision of my life, I would say. And when I joined the classes, I was also underconfident. I don't knew a lot of things, like how things go in this interview and all. But sir had given me the data and the proper structuring, like what it is required, what are the knowledge. Even if you have that percentile, required percentile to clear the CAT, but interview is your like a make or break thing. If you know the proper knowledge and if you know about the course, then only you're going to clear that. And I think I got that knowledge and basic structure and foundation of this course from Pratik sir only. In my interview, my extempore topic was the same as which I had practiced with Pratik sir. Definitely, it was the same topic. I was like I would say, and my preparation was at the point. I can say that. And also in interview, I got asked some of the questions, and they were also pretty relevant, and they are almost close to the Pratik sir. Like they were all close to the what we had practiced. So my interview was very good. I can say that. But during preparations, I had fumbled and stumbled at some of the points, and Pratik sir had given me pretty good feedback during my interviews, mock interviews. So that's why. that was really helpful to clear my interview, I would say.
Like I gave many, like 4 or 5 mock interviews with him, and each time my confidence got increased. First of all, I was not aware of how to present before, like in the panel. So he told how to give introduction, proper introduction, because it is a first impression. Then how to like what things to remember while giving interview. Everything he gave, like clear explanation about things. Then while my at the time of my actual interview, there were questions like, first of all, it's a common thing that they will ask us to introduce ourselves. Then they asked me about my dentistry background, like why did you change to this field? This is the common question which they will ask. Then it was like informed consent, autonomy, some common topics they would revolve around. Like I was confused, like will they ask about public health questions? Like I thought that like they would revolve around hospital questions only. But so told me that no, it is not like that. Even if it's a MHA course, then the questions can go around public health also. So the holistic approach of doing things, like learning things from sir's notes, that helped me a lot. And I also got questions like from Abha card, then telemedicine. So these are some common topics which one has to prepare, and sir had took it very well. So extempore preparation also, interview preparation also. So if you are not, if you are doubtful about it, then sir can help us a lot in that.
It was a quite last moment, so we were not actually prepared for CAT. The level of quant which actually the CAT system has, it was like the fear. Like I actually, like I'm not from maths background. I was having like fear of maths a lot. I was like, I can't do this. नहीं होगा. But sir gives you reassurance every now and then. Like if you have some even the silliest doubt and you just text him, he'll give you solution. He will just write it down, or he will just video call you to make you explain things, and your doubt just goes off. You are pretty much clear about that particular topic. And the way he teaches, like uh, LCM and HCF, those are the systems. So he teaches you in the kind of a way, like you will remember it for your entire life. You won't forget those things again. He just, he's so creative when he teaches with all the blocks, and like it just gives you the visual representation as well as the way he teaches. Like it will stay with you.
Yes, yes. I joined classes as classes right from August. August to November was not a lot of time. But then also I want to stress on another thing that we didn't. I don't think, at least for me, I did not have a lot of resources. I was not looking through tons of previous year question papers or anything. I just go back and revise whatever sir has already taught through the class. He has this question banks where there will be multiple questions, also the solution. So it's like students can go back and do that for multiple rounds. It's not that one, we don't have to feel like it's one and done. So that's also a kind of practice. And yeah, I did not solve PYQs, I did not solve anything. That was what I completely relied on. And
कि कितना internship होता है, क्या होता है, we can start.
I'll tell.
Okay.
So it is a hospital administration, so most of the syllabus is focused on hospital, but it's not like you cannot go into other field. The job prospect after TISS MHA, you will go into hospital administrator, manager of the operations, and also into insurance sector, and also health tech firms and consulting. For the hospital, like there are 3 internships in this course, and there are like there is a chance that our batch will get a 4th internship. It's not official till now, so we cannot say this about that, but it might happen this year, or to the next batch there is possibility that it can happen the 4th internship. So the 3 internship, one is at the government hospital, second one is at the public or public hospital, and third one is public or trust hospital, third one is at corporate hospital. So that's the structure of the course, and the internship are of 8 weeks. So most of the time, like you will be outside, like some amount of time you will be outside campus. For the first sem, you will have to be at the campus as there is no internship in first semester. So
That how is life at TISS? And suppose you want to highlight some challenges or who can get hostel, who cannot get hostel.
I'll add something with respect to hostel accommodation as a there are three criteria. The first one is the person who is from Mumbai, he will not get accommodated. He will not get accommodation in Mumbai hostel. So the second thing is income criteria. Income criteria for the general and OBC, your family income should be less than 1 lakh. And for the SC and OST, it should be below 2.5 lakh. And the third thing, they will ask for your previous like last 6 months light bill. They'll just ask the record to cross check if that person is really in that criteria or not. That's what they say.
Tell me about life at TISS, the library
So,
facility and so on.
yes, so life at TISS is very nice. It is vibrant here because here there is like it is different from the Mumbai which we think it is. Like Mumbai, we imagine as industrial area with too much buildings, too many buildings, pollution like that maybe. But when we come in this area, it is Devnar area. So this has many trees around here, many animals you can see here, pets like dogs and cats. So we can it is a very inclusive environment here, and there are some of the other things are going on here every time. There may be some lectures, or there may be some functions like friendship. Like we have been for 1 month only here, but there are many functions happen till now, like Ganesh Chaturthi, fest, like Friendship Day, and what and all many functions are there. So you will not feel like left out or alone, like that, I can say.
So tell me also about diversity in your course. Purna, you can
Uh,
say about the diversity in your course.
Yes, sir. So actually, in our course, there are various people, like from various background. There are total 54 people in our class, like our batch. So out of them, around 15% are from BDS background. There are two physiotherapists, two MBBS students, various people are from engineering background. Someone has done their computer science engineering. There are various people like life sciences people, engineering, chemistry, geography. So it's not like that ki if it's MHA course, only like doctors are going to come. No, there are pharmacy people. There are a lot of variety, and all of them study together. They get placements together.